Amps, 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 amps. All right, before I got to get it into setting the table and getting ready to eat massive amounts of fish, this officially is my favorite holiday, Christmas Eve. This is where my cousin makes everything that I love to eat, and there's 6,000 pounds of everything. So you can't go wrong with the fishes. I don't know exactly the story about the variety of fishes and what significance it is in holidays. I'm sure of the story. I don't remember it right now, but looking forward to eating lots of baked clams, shrimp, and some scungil. We go everything. We have one of everything. It's phenomenal. Just want to touch base and say happy holidays, Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever the hell you celebrate. I celebrate Matrix Day. Matrix Day is June 3rd. I don't know. Now let's make our own holiday because you might as well, right? Let's call it the VWAP Matrix Day, right? Or the VWAPians need a holiday. We'll call it Matrix Day, and it'll be sometime, I don't know, when there are no holidays. When's the least holidays? Like between like the holidays of hey man, what's up? Yes, we will talk on Thursday. When's the least holidays of the month of the year? Like somewhere between the presidents and like Easter, right? We'll put Matrix Day in there, right there. But anyway, these days have been absolutely phenomenal. Again, end of the year, there's always I don't talk a lot about the MBOTs and the ITCIs. There's always a pharmaceutical or a therapeutics or a biotechnology stock that's going crazy. Usually it's a pump and dump. This year, there happens to be a lot of them that have now become legitimate companies. And this is what keeps the dream going. For every AXSM, there's 20 that don't work, okay? But suddenly, we got AUPH explosion. Let's put Ameren in there. You did get $5 to $20, even though the stock kind of stinks right now. By the way, you guys is working right now. What's up, my man? But yeah, I've been loving the Uber on the dips through the VWAP too. Yeah, I haven't traded it lately, but I know what you're talking about. But we've gone now. These stocks have been obeying everything that I know about trading. Momentum on the upside. You wait for the halt. You get momentum to the downside. And then if they don't roll over and die, that's when the VWAP comes back into play. And you build your ranges and you figure out where your next move is going to be. At least if you're trading this volatile craziness, at least you know where your risk reward is and what you possibly could gain. And if you're willing to take these risks, again, usually on a $38 stock, you're not risking 2 points. Or, for instance, on MBOT, when you're trading a $12, $14, $15 stock, you're not usually risking 2 points. When you're trading one of these, you are. So as long as you're comfortable with that type of risk, and also remember, you never want to get trapped in any of these. So if they start to go down to where your stop is, just get stopped out and move on, right? So these last couple of days, CCXI, I gave that one to you a couple of days ago. This stock is now what we call self-legitimizing. It's not dying. It's not going away. And it won't die. What's up? If it doesn't want to die, generally it's a buy. And we learned our lesson from AXSM. That stock tried to sell off a couple of times, and there was a bid on it every time. The stock was $2 and it went to 102. So I don't know if ITCI or AUPH or CCXI is going to be those stocks, but there was also there was another one. I could say it on YouTube because I don't want to insult anybody in the room. CNCE, that's a good one too. You got Crunt. You got Crunt, and of course you got the plural cunts. I won't even say that one in the room. They should change their symbol. Do you know when I was a kid, there used to be a stock called Cummins Engine, right? And the symbol was cum. I'm like, don't these guys know how nasty of a word that is? Why would you want your stock symbol to become. I actually called in one time, and about 2 years later, they changed the symbol. I forgot what it is now, but I think it's CMS. But it's it's just for freaking idiots like me. I didn't want to trade the stock because of the symbol. Ew, gross. What is it? CMS now, I think. A CMS. I don't even know anymore. Lou, let's talk. Thursday, man, we're gonna talk. If Thursday and Friday, I'm gonna talk to everybody. Because I know a lot of you guys want to sign up for the class. I think we're gonna do it mostly January 11th. I figure we'll do a couple of hours, and then maybe we do the options the next day quickly, because I might be going to Baltimore or some playoff game. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure if that's the opening round of the playoffs, because my kid, we're going to go see the Ravens play one of those games. So I forgot what weekend it is, but it looks good. And then we got that big event in January, which I got to start blasting out to you guys. And I really appreciate if you guys help me and just tell all your friends, just sign up for something. Again, it's free. And inevitably, if you want to pay for something, I'm going to do like a one class, three months in the room for a package deal, something like that. I got to figure all that stuff out in the next couple of days. But yeah, I still love the Tesla. Today was a nice short. Actually shorted Tesla for some profits today. Got paid. Now you're right back. Again, this is what makes a good stock a good stock. Like, watch what happens to U.S. Steel. And that's my example. Anytime U.S. Steel is having a good day, where does it end up at the end of the day? Usually down. If your stock's meandering around and not doing shit, but by the end of the day, it's close to the highs of the day, that's a stock that's under accumulation, opposed to U.S. Steel, which is under distribution. For one of the first things I ever learned about trading. Yeah, man. Yeah, just do me a favor. Again, it's just me and the Minotaur. So again, today obviously not a good day. Tomorrow obviously not a good day. But once the hangover is over, we'll trade the morning, and then I'm going to get on the phone on Thursday from 12 to 8, and just let's start talking, see what you guys want to do for next year. And if I can't talk to you, try to set it up with the Minotaur. But Luke, I know we got to talk. DP, definitely my guys from Europe. I mean, I have a lot of stuff going on too, with the app coming out, and I got to get some guinea pigs for that. And then I want you guys to start testing some of this other software. I mean, most of the software is up to where they're all generally the same, but I need to know about executions, ease of use, and accessibility to your cash too, which is important. All right. And I also have, like I said, I got a money man who kills it in the market, but he doesn't trade VWAP. He likes the style. It's something to add to his, world of trading. Guy's obviously got some loot. What's up, my man? And he's willing, as long as I can qualify and train you guys well, that you're going to take these trades that I'm laying out. He's willing to, fund the account 80, 90%. So if you could just come up with that buffer, he'll get you over the pattern day trader rule. And with a limited trading authorization agreement between the two of you, then you could have access to whatever account you want. So if you love trading on some system, Fidelity or whatever, he'll fund that account for you. So a lot of cool stuff going on. A lot of people want to be involved. A lot of people want to be involved with the man, and I will pass that goodness onto you. And then, of course, the trade app, which looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. StockTwits, all that. So, and Benzinga this year is going to be a big part of what we do also. Those guys are awesome. So between Benzinga, StockTwits, and Hit the Bid, and a couple of my new friends, 2020 is already looking like it's going to be awesome. And as long as the QQQ keep going up, then everything's fantastic. I mean, It's amazing where we are right now. 212 on the Qs. I once had a portfolio of just the Qs, Adobe, and Costco. And man, I think I had Tesla in there at one point too. I can't believe Adobe and Costco turned out to be just $300 stocks. I'll be available Thursday. I'm going to try to be available Thursday from like 12 to forever. Just start getting those calls done before the new year. This limbo week between Christmas and New Year's be a good time to schmooze. You know, trading's over. By the way, I got to let you know again, I bought more space today. I freaking love this idea. SPCE. We missed a moment. I bought it at 10. It was rallying, and then I got stopped out at 10, and it went down to 7. And at that point, I'm thinking, all right, maybe the joke's on me, but now the joke's on everybody who sold this thing. I can't imagine Branson and his billionaire buddies losing money on this trade. We're going to space. I mean, if this thing actually was to take off amongst, I mean, you and I are not going to buy a space ticket, but there might be enough people with that kind of disposable income. But the bottom line is, does it really have to turn a profit? They could run the stock just getting 20 of their billionaire friends to just keep buying the stock and the laws of supply and demand. That's true, right? I got to get out my the Earth's Not Flat t-shirt. But Beyond Meat, we're liking down here. The CCXI, still liking this. And going back to that whole biotech thing, AUPH, awesome looking. I mean, I was just hoping that the market wouldn't rally every single day going into the end of the year, because now there's a chance that we get a smackdown to start the year. Again, overly not really concerned about what the market does, because every day is the same day for me. But if you guys are in long stocks, you'd rather see them save some of this up move to get the year off on a good note, because the whole idea is how January goes, so goes the year. You want to have a good January. But, I mean, last year, January was hard not to have a good January because we crashed in December. By the way, there's that size again. There's that size again on ITCI. You see it showing up for like 3 million shares. Yeah, so I mean, today was phenomenal. Had little Tesla short and ITCI short, and boom, there's your day, you know. And now I'm just sitting here with my positions, you know. Still got that VGR. By the way, VGR has been a pretty good stock to buy on dips. You know, you're getting your dividend. And once again, we're in a capital gain on this thing. We bought it back at 11.85, and it's at 12.95. So again, if this pulls back, I'm buying more. What else do I own? I got a little bit of Twitter left. I got, INSG, sold some finally, and it pulled back. If that pulls back to 5.85, I'm looking to buy more of that. CCXI, new highs, just broke a new high. I'm still in this. AUPH, I got put another 600 shares of US Steel. That one sucks, but I'm giving it 50 cents more before I dump the whole thing. That one just awful. What else we got? I think we added something else. PCG, walked away from that. I've been looking at work. I like work down at these levels. Beyond Meat, I don't own that one yet, but I like it down here. Obviously, space. There was one more. Oh, I like this Real, REAL. I like what this company does. They're 20 years late to the idea, because I had the same idea, because my wife's got all this, jewelry and bags and shoes that she doesn't wear anymore, but we're not going to throw it out. Nobody wants to buy them. So this company apparently leases out your shit. So if my wife's got a nice, what's the nice bag? Gucci bag that she doesn't wear anymore, somebody's willing to rent that bag from us for whatever, for a week or two. The Real takes their VIG. I get paid. Everybody's happy. Some woman gets to rent the Gucci bag for 2 weeks at a reasonable price to go to a couple of parties. I had that idea 20 years ago, but you know what? Still a cool idea, you know? So that's what the Real does, if you want to know. I mean, you know, if you're going to invest in something, you might as well know a little bit about the company. But I like the chart. It looks like it's, you know, done going down. Slack, all my friends tell me that that software is phenomenal. I know nothing about it. And mRNA right now, somebody just mentioned it. mRNA. Is that the moron stock? No, that was mRNS. But the Beyond Meat, loving it. Nice trade. The guys are in it right now. You got your coveted 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal on that. Again, if you just trade these stocks, man. Which one? Beyond Meat, Roku, or Tesla at 550? I'm thinking you're talking about Tesla. Oh, I don't know. I mean, this is now, it's hit every target I could imagine. So for me, I need this thing to pull back before I want to get involved, because this next earnings report is so important. They got to keep this momentum going. So it could be baked in, you know. That's why I like these stocks that I follow that have gotten their asses kicked already and are coming back. That's why I like this Beyond Meat long, especially today. You got the 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal. That's awesome. I love your Uber down here, man. I can't, you know, again, I love a stock that has bottomed out. Now you're just waiting for the next decision. Will it break out, give you some more, roll over and die? But Uber's been awesome down here. Beyond Meat, new highs. And suddenly it's going to be earnings season, so all we're going to be doing is trading around the reports. But Beyond Meat, by the way, nice trade. 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal. Nice. Nice V8. I love it when a plan comes together. And if anybody's in the New York City area next week, come and party with me. I got 2 more parties to go to. I'm gonna do some stuff at this party that I haven't done in a long time. I need a wingman just in case something goes awry. I haven't done any real hallucinogenics since '94. Thinking about dipping in. You know, I had somebody say, why do you talk about that stuff? Some people aren't going to trust you. I'm like, who else are you going to trust? You're going to trust the guy that pretends that he's right all the time, or the maniac talking about drugs? I've done it all and I've survived. That's the guy you want to listen to. Oh, mRNS. I don't know. Why did you mention that stock? Yeah, that was in play yesterday. No, today it's ITCI, CCXI, AUPH, and MBOT. And, you know, mRNS, I'm sure will be back in play a couple of, you know, what is it? Every 3 months they come back into play. But I like it as long as it stays above this last spot. So where was that price? Hang on. Coming out of this bottoming range, yeah, I mean, it goes back below 2, you're going back to 1. So really, that's all you could say about it. But if you could stay above here, if you could stay above 233, where is it now? 233 is your 1 year VWAP, right? So if you could stay above that and build a new base, 394 is your next area that this thing could get to. So kind of, you know, again, if you're looking at it on risk reward, if you own it here, you're risking 20 cents to possibly make another, you know, $150 on it. Oh no, it's warm. It's nice. Reason I'm saying is that this was my rave hat. This hat's from 1991. There was a clothing company called Fucked, and you know, well, first the raves, it was Come As You Are, and then of course rave culture started to develop, and certain clothing companies came out of the scene. This was one of the first ones, and I was kind of digging it. I still have this hat. I still got the one with the ears on it, the one with the gloves on top. That was a rave hat also. Never was a fashion guy kind of guy, but I love hats, so I'm gonna wear this hat if we go out. But it's kind of like techno Grateful Dead. So they put Dead to drum and bass. So should be fun. Speaking of Funko, I just got something. Oh, let me show you. It's kind of buried. I love it. It's the Lewis Winthorpe before Lewis Winthorpe beaten up and drunk and strung out. I got Santa Lewis and all the Billy Ray Valentines. I got the shark eating Quint that just came out. I have just one more thing I need for my collection. It's the Scotty Migo doll. I just can't keep paying $60 for action figures. It's just killing me. I need one more. I just read about you could get, you guys know my ringtone, right? Check this out. If you haven't heard my ringtone. Captain, come to the bridge. I waited my whole life for that sound. So now you can buy a contraption where you could link it up to your doorbell and it'll make that noise and you hit a button in another room. I mean, that's totally geeking out. I don't know if I want to start doing that, but and then I saw where you could get your phone linked Bluetooth to a communicator and actually have a real communicator. It's the kind of shit that I buy. I buy nothing for myself, but that's the kind of shit I buy. What else did I get that was new? Something. Oh, I've been meaning to show this to you, right? You guys want to do some homework? So if you didn't believe me, you know, I tell a lot of stories. I used to work at Saturday Night Live. And I was an intern there. I used to be, you know, I was a PA/intern. I'd work there Thursdays after school. And then Fridays I'd go there at night and I'd work into the middle of the night with these guys. I worked on the film unit, but I got to hang out, obviously, at Saturday Night Live. And on Friday, they would do the run through. So I was on stage at Saturday Night Live watching them do what they were going to do the next day, which was freaking awesome. But most of it was me running around, being a slave and, you know, staying there overnight sometimes and doing the videos. So we were called the film unit. Now I can get in trouble showing this. So quickly, I want you to take a picture of this. Go to Google right now and type in "That's Not Yogurt SNL." This is the prop that was on TV. Because as I answered the phone one day, Saturday Night Live, can I help you? And I got yelled at because I answered the phone in a funny voice. You wouldn't think you'd get fired from Saturday Night Live by answering the phone in a funny voice, but apparently you gotta be very serious behind the scenes. And I learned, there was no warning. I was asked to leave before the director showed up because he really hated that voice that I used. I thought they were kidding. I was like, seriously? I just worked 30 hours for nothing but a sandwich. And they used to give me CDs as payment because they had a connection back in the day. Getting CDs was awesome for free. I used to get paid by food, and just being there was awesome. And college credit I was getting. I think I was still in school in '92. So I was asked to leave. Like, that was it. You better not be here when, I'm not going to say his name, even though I should because he's a jerk off. You can't be here when blah, blah gets back. So I'm gathering my stuff, and, I worked in the unit, and this stuff's just laying around. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to take a memento with me. And I have this in my house. I couldn't find the other prop. I have chia head. We made, the bit was that you use the chia seeds on a bald guy and you would grow hair, but it looked like little flowers, chia head. So we had a prop made and we all had chia heads. So I have one of those in my house somewhere, but I don't know where it is. And that's my life. I mean, I was in school, no joke, for television and radio production and stand-up comedy / acting. And somehow I got suckered into being a stockbroker, hated that, saw the criminality there, went to become my own trader, had a knack for it pretty early on, got caught up trying to short stocks during the .com explosion, so I didn't make as much money as I should have then, made it on the way down, almost blew myself up thinking I was so smart by picking some of those stocks out of the rubble. And fast forward, to 6 years, I feel like I'm a brand new trader now, because 6 years ago when Zach started plotting the VWAP for me over my charts and it was lining up to everything that I believed in, I was like, you know what? I'm going to just, devote my life to this stuff now and just stick with it. And I never understood why a multiple time frame VWAP would be so important. But now it makes complete sense because the entire market is running on a computer program. So this is the way these quant firms and algorithms are talking to each other. And it just works. And it's awesome. And then really the only time it doesn't work is when you don't work and you just ignore what you're staring at. If you're shorting something and it's breaking over the 1 minute in the multi-day, why the hell are you still short, considering that's your best long setup ever? So, again, that's why I don't like swing trading, because it takes my advantage away. But as long as the stock continues to stay strong at the end of the day, I'll stay in the stock. That's been rule number one. You want to see late day action on the buy side. Yeah, you can't go wrong owning Tesla right now. I mean, I'm not in it, but you give me that thing back at 385. We'll see after they report the earnings. If maybe they'll glom onto something negative on the report and they'll smack it down, I'll be a buyer that day, and I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to buy. I'll buy 300 shares, one for my kid, one for my wife and my 2 kids. Usually, that's what I do. And yeah, 385, that's the good area for it. I would love it to, if it breaks under 385, then you're going to have a lot more to the downside. We'll see what happens when it gets there. Or this thing just breaks 425 and you got 25 more points up. 450, if it gets to 450 without pulling back, you might not get a pullback. You might get to the 499, 500 area. And then, if they announce that split that I'm anticipating, you might never get a chance to buy the stock back at a reasonable price. And what's reasonable? It's all relative. The market never goes down. So it's a bizarre circumstance. I don't want to chase something, but if you're thinking about owning it for 5 to 7 years, by definition, there's no chasing. You're in. If you buy it at 420 or 385, planning on owning it for 5 or 7 years, what's the difference? 20 points. What's 20 points amongst friends? All right. I hear the wife coming. She's going to start yelling about something I didn't do. And nobody needs to hear that shit. You don't want to see the warlock getting beaten up. by his wife. But that's why I've been married for 25 years. I let her say her piece, get it all out, and all that. All right, I'm out of here. Be well. Enjoy your fish if that's what you're into. I can't wait. Hopefully you get all your presents that you want. CCXI, new 52-week highs. AUPH, new 52-week highs. INSG, all-time highs. So the portfolio that I have is looking pretty good right now. I probably shouldn't say that out loud. And US Steel, I'm going to give it 50 cents. Bed Bath & Beyond was amazing. Thank you, Guy. See, you were right. I was wrong. It only took me 2 days to realize I was wrong. You were right. You said 1750. Once you held that 1170, I joined you, my man. See, we could have different opinions. We don't have to hate. And by the way, I am launching a channel on a new channel. I'm just going to read Trump's speeches because it really dawned on me last night. I got my new vapes and I got all kinds of new products that I've been trying. Oh, by the way, if you haven't seen these, I don't know what they're called, but they're grape lozenges. Get these. They're supposedly only 10 milligrams. No way. Phenomenal. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so about Trump. It dawned on me now. If you've ever seen this, I don't know if anybody's seen this video, but here is something I want you to watch right now. Maybe have a drink, maybe go smoke and come back and then watch it. If you've seen it, you get it. If you haven't seen it, you're going to be like, what did I just watch? I'll give you the link right here. And it really, now I understand. Now I understand. This is called drinking out of cups. All right. Briefly, the idea was that these guys were tripping on acid. One guy locked himself into the closet, right? And they recorded him just muttering shit to himself, and they put a video to it. And it's kind of hysterical. And when I listened to Trump talk about the windmills yesterday, I'm thinking, now I get it. This dude is tripping. He's manipulating the market. Him and Eric are killing it. They're making $5-10 million in their futures account every day. He doesn't give a shit about his reputation or whether he gets impeached or not. He's making more money now with his sons than they'll ever make ever, tweeting and manipulating the market, right? So he's just tripping out every day, just fucking tweeting away. He doesn't give a shit because what he was saying about windmills, I mean, just the non sequiturs of the way he talks. And again, this is not being democratic or negative. He's out of his fucking mind. And to me, it's a little frightening that he's the president, because, George Bush, he was kind of dumb, but you didn't feel unsafe, But, I mean, what was he saying here? Wait, it's just phenomenal. I never understood wind. But then after he says I never understood wind, he goes on to say, I know windmills. I've studied it better than anyone I know. Why even say that? Do you think Trump has studied windmills and knows more about windmills than anyone? Anyone. But that's where it doesn't get better from there. Wait, and he keeps going. They're noisy. They kill birds. You want to see a bird? You want to see a bird graveyard? Go near a windmill. Windmills are killing people. Did you know that if you kill a bald eagle, you go to jail for 10 years? Meanwhile, that's not real. And we understand that windmills kill birds. We get it. But what's his thing about windmills that he hates so much? They cause cancer. But then it gets better. Wait, where does he start talking about the fumes that get spewed into the atmosphere? The world, Wait, there was one where he just stops talking and then he says, oh, we have a world, right? Yes, we have a world. I mean, the dude is tripping because if you listen to anything he says, if you imagine him on acid, it makes so much sense. Now I figured it out. Just found out France is our greatest ally. A lot of people don't realize. Oh, a lot of people don't realize. Still my favorite Trump quote when he uses that. Like he just learned something and then he wants to make sure that other people don't know. A lot of people don't realize. You know, air, when you suck into your lungs, it's something called air. I invented it. Nobody breathes better than I do. I breathe in, I breathe out. It's fantastic. I invented it. He's just hilarious. The jokes just keep coming, man. But the sick thing is that people aren't realizing is, and the Democrats don't realize, wait a second. So let's assume impeachment actually went through. You got closet pedophile KKK member Pence going to be the president. You give me the choice. I'm going Trump over Pence any day. Best biotech, AUPH. I got two for you. I got AUPH, CCXI, and what's my other guy coming up the rear? I had one more. There was one more. I can't remember it now. We were just talking about it. Well, we're looking at some biotechs right now, but ITCI, we'll see what that. This one seems legit because this is the second day after the pop. This thing has been steadily going. This one, I don't know if it's a pump and dump yet, but I like AUPH. CCXI is very, very shocking that it's been pumped and it hasn't been dumped yet. Oh yeah, yeah. A couple of months ago, I went back to the whole idea of being entertained by it instead of trying to. I'm just appalled that people are inspired by the guy. There's no inspiration here. Come on. He's not a great person. Come on. That's just insane. But the entertainment value is phenomenal. The only thing is, if I was around, I was still torn day of. Hillary was just a life-sucking, uncharismatic person that I couldn't get behind. Trump was hilarious, but I don't like the guy, right? But let's say again, what was I hoping for if I voted for Trump? Fun, comedy, draining the swamp and building walls, right? Because I'm a wall builder. I want to surround the whole goddamn country with a wall. I want the walls to go up into space. Space Force and walls. I love it. But he also promised that he was going to lock Hillary up. So what happened? And I'm not being sarcastic about it. What happened? You're the president now. All you do is tweet how everybody's picking on you and how everyone else is a criminal. Why is everyone around you getting arrested? You're the president. Go dig deeper. You promised to lock her up. We chanted about it. Come on. Lock her up. Benzinga, right? She's selling uranium to the Russians. Prove it and get her. Get that whole family. Come on. Find out who killed Jeffrey Epstein. And for that matter, find out who killed JFK. I thought he was going to really rile some shit up. But he just turned out to be a fucking complete hack schmuck. So that's where, that's why I hate him even more so, because the one or two things that he could have done, he's not doing it. Lock her up. Just found out windmills had sex with my wife. That's why I hate windmills. All right. I got to go. Tesla for everybody, baby. Oh, one more thing. You know what's fantastic? How do you screen for watch list? Those were just on the high flyer list. And then after a couple of weeks go by and they actually solidify, usually we got the list like here today, the list would be MBOT, ITCI from the other day, right? And whatever pump and dump is for the day, usually they dump and they go back to obscurity. But if they stick around, then I become, more intrigued. And that's why I got CCXI and AUPH still on, because they're doing things that I want to see. And, your, stocks like MRNS. Yeah, I mean, those are all still speculative, but as long as they stay above the last breakout area, yeah, I know. You can't get enough of Trump quotes. I love it. I started taking shit too seriously. Then I realized, who the fuck cares? All right, let me go gotta get ready to go. Be good. Enjoy the rest of your day. No, not me. I hate them all equally. I just think Trump is the biggest schmuck ever. And he's got to be, for lack of a better word, he seems retarded. Like there's something actually wrong. Listen, I love guns. I love walls. I love isolationism. I don't want anybody in this country anymore. I don't think you should even vacation from it because you can't come back in. Democrats, they just want to give it all away. I'm for liberalism and welfare state to help people, but there needs to be limits on those too. I should be president. I'm right smack dab in the middle. Democrats are they're all awful, but you promised me that you were going to lock one of them up, and I'm still waiting. But that's it. And again, if you think this market is on Trump, this is just a continuation of, the Obama rally. Obama lost me with his lack of, commitment to killing terrorists and whatnot and calling it what it was, and then giving that money to Iran. He's tainted, no matter what he did. And again, if you think about it, why did we like Obama? Well, for me, the market went up every day. There was no terrorism going on. We killed some top terrorists, right? And what was the third thing? I don't even know. But where are we now? Trump. Market goes up every day, and he's killing terrorists, and we haven't had any massive events on our soil. So it's awesome. Just keep it going. I'm scared what happens next. New all-time highs on Tesla. Absolutely awesome. All right, I gotta go. Be safe. I'll see you guys Thursday morning, right? What's today? Tuesday? All right, see you guys Thursday morning. And then I'll be taking some of your calls. Luke, let's talk. MD, we'll talk. Get everybody signed up. We'll talk about all those new fancy partnerships I have. Somebody was saying that Tesla might have to be able to afford to buy GM eventually. Now, that would be awesome. Yeah. If he was smart, and I think he is, obviously, when the stock hits 500, they do a 5-for-1 split. They bring it back to 100. The stock rallies up another 50 points, and you got yourself a freaking monster. So I would just be worried about this next earnings report. If I own the stock, I would sell the stock and buy the calls just in case it was to explode and want to do without me. But, they're the Jordache genes of electric cars. You're always going to want to stick with the best. Oh, yeah. It's all corrupt. And that's kind of the thing. I was hoping Trump would go in there and just really stay sort of independent and really expose people. But he just turned into a bigger criminal than everybody else. And that's why people are jealous also. You're jealous? I'm a better criminal than you. I get away with it. You won't. All right, enough. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Be safe, be merry, and if you're driving, don't drink, and if you're drinking, don't drive. All right, don't forget to tip your bartenders. Oh yeah. Oh no. Yeah, I would say I would not be surprised they beat again. You're over 500 for sure. All right, you psychos. I'm out of here. Joe Louis, Muhammad Ali.